So today, we're looking for places to do a bit of digging. Will happen to you too. Ah. Higher beings' words are for you alone. In our lands, do not hide your true form, but all bask in your majesty, for only this kingdom could produce one such as you. Fury of the Oh, there's a place below. Embodies the fury and heroism that comes upon those who are about to die. When close to death, the bear's strength will increase. Oh, it's a red tear ring. They are very potent, but yeah, they... Especially the blue tier Sun Ring. The red tier Sun Ring makes sense. Like, you get low health, so that way you can kill your enemies faster, but they kill you faster. Like, sure. But then we have the blue tier Sun Ring. Yeah. The red one does, again, I can see that's used. I see its use a lot in speedruns, so I'm not going to deny its usefulness. Even though it's bad game design, but the blue one's definitely bad game design. Like, really, it's like, oh hey, let's increase your defense by 40% when you're one hit away from death. With any luck, maybe you'll be 2 hits away from death. Hooray! You've used a ring slot for this. I think I just went through here. Yeah, I did. Okay, then where do I go to? Oh, it's to the right. You must wear, clothing. Cloth armor, huh? Or probably play a mage, which case, yeah, you'd still be in cloth armor. You see, I compromise between fashion and function. So I'm more like 3-shot, or 4-shot. I mean, if it's a particularly weak enemy, perhaps 5. Oh, hey, Zap. Welcome back. I am looking for places to dig today. But what if that metal is my face? You ever think of that? You know, I'm pretty much certain there's no places to dig in here, but whatever. Just run across the ground as he rivets at us. Actually, no, I've got to go. Alright, so the order I'm going to take with the exploration for more of those guys is I'm just going to start Dirtmouth, Forgotten Crossroads, Green Path, and then I'll just take it from there in about the order that I discovered these areas. Which means retreading a lot of old ground. I changed some window layering. Go. No, she's not dead yet. I remember one spot here in Forgotten Crossroads, but I think I already got it. Ah, right. Actually, I know I released one seal here. Let's actually see if there's anything to do now. Nah. Oh, thanks. Yeah, okay, so what happened with Ultra Kill? First off, I still love the game, even though I don't play it much anymore, and I was just going to get into the reason why. That was from a while ago, I think maybe a year ago. That was not my level, that was below my level of skill before I stopped playing, so I wouldn't... It's not bad gameplay by any means, it's just not my best at that point. Yeah, I liked it enough that I wanted to just make a video showcasing the levels. Each level doing a P run. However, when the... So start off as a demo, I heard about the demo. I haven't played the new layer either. And I should finish my story instead of going off on tangents, even if they are related. Started with the demo, played that for about 15 hours, then they went into early access. Well, Hikito went to early access. So I got $20 from our parents to buy it. The only thing I've, at least in recent memory, that I've actually asked them directly for money for. And then when Violent came out, I think, I decided to stream it, playing the game on Violent after I'd done it on Standard a few times. And 3-hour stream, playing through Ultra Kill on Violent. By the end of that, my wrist was tired, worn, and then I think the next day I played Doom. Like 2016 Doom. And that, along with other stuff I did off stream, just it injured my wrist. It all just added together, and my wrist just could not anymore. So I was unable to play Ultra Kill at that point. And because of A, I'm playing on PC. B, my controller was broken for a bit too in past months, and C, having to help around the house. My wrist never got the 2 weeks it needed to heal, and so it's just not healed. Lately, though, mouse movements don't really bother it much. So I might be able to play Ultra Kill, but like I'm probably not going to stream it or anything. It's like a 2-hour commitment. Yeah, that miner's permadead. It's such a pretty voice too. Oh, I already broke it. Okay. Ultra Kill. I'd say Ultra Kill is more fun. If you can get both, you can go for both. I have not played Doom Eternal, though, because I came out after I ran out of money. I really don't have money to buy anything. Quick, quick. But how large our explosions are. Ah. Yeah, I haven't played Eternal, so I can't compare it to that. But between Doom 2016 and Ultra Kill is more fun. Wait a minute. Okay, good. Maybe because a lost hit point is still there as like a shadow, and it blends with the background. That would be because they're doing it for the fun of it, that they enjoy what they make, they enjoy playing games, and they know what they like, so they make what they like. Assuming they have the skills, because a bit of a survivorship bias there, because there's definitely a whole host of indie games that are of low quality you just don't hear about. They don't go anywhere. Other thing is, AAA has too much money in it. It's too corporate now. Yeah. You, gonna blow up? Ah, there's vibration. There's a Geo. Yeah, I mean, some indie studios are of course risking everything for their game because they just don't have any funding aside from their life savings, while other indie games, it's just a dude working on it on his weekends. Like, he's not risking too much. Oh yeah, New Blood? Oh man. Again, never really heard of the publisher until Ultra Kill, but like, they have published, or yeah, published a lot of good retro games. Like, they have yet to publish a bad game, which is pretty amazing. Ah, that actually sounds like a pretty interesting thing. Fortunately, I don't have a co-host. I'm not sure if I'd want a co-host. Oh, I get the benefits, because then it's less so about the game we're playing and more so about the interaction between myself and whoever I'm streaming with. But then it requires us both to be available, like, every night. And I don't know anybody at this point, aside from maybe you guys, that have that kind of availability. Like Soda Drinker Pro. I bet they played that at some point. Maybe not, though. I mean, Soda Drinker Pro was really fucking weird, but My god. I don't quite think it was a terrible game. Poorly explained, but not bad necessarily. Okay, camera controls were bad in some parts though. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I know I used to watch Game Grumps, so I definitely know there's a lot of value in just watching two people be best buds. That would be... Just bring up my Steam. There we are. There you go. Yeah, off stream I just play a lot of Warframe. A lot of Warframe. I'm starting to kind of... I'm trying to wean myself off of it, because it's just a habitual grind at this point. There's enough new content for me to, like, still enjoy it to a degree, but it's not as fun as, say, Hollow Knight for me. Oh, and if you want to know what that says, that's Latin for experienced teachers the stupid. Hello. As for the events, I think only Alyssa here, besides myself, may remember that event. Oh, this is where I fought the sociable Marlark or whatever. Yeah, actually, that mentioning the archives being up on YouTube, that's one of the main reasons that I'm streaming on YouTube. I used to use Restream.io to stream to multiple platforms at once. I would stream to, what, YouTube, Twitch, and DLive. But over, like, a year of streaming, occasionally get a very weird person will pop in on Twitch, but got absolutely nobody on DLive. And most people who'd actually come and stay were from YouTube. More importantly than that, though, Alyssa, who is the longest person who's been here the longest, has subpar internet connection and cannot currently do anything about that, and so requires the stream DVR feature of YouTube that no other platform has at this point in order to even, like, actively participate. So I should live. Oh, there are specs there. This is where looking down comes in handy. Oh, you played Edge Odyssey 2, right? Or did you not get to that game yet? That thing was hidden in the foreground. Oh, on YouTube you can literally go back in the stream. You can rewind the stream, and you can pause it. Like, if you pause the stream on Twitch, it pauses it, but then when you hit play, it then skips forward to where it currently is. YouTube actually, like, saves the stream for the past 12 hours like it's a video. So you can just kind of increase the speed up to 2 times, or slow it down, or whatever you could with a normal video, except it's a live stream. I'm not sure if the event was in 2 Untold. Definitely in the second one. So there's an event with a squirrel that might jog your memory. If it doesn't, then saying any more may spoil it. I'm not entirely sure where I want to go to. I'm just staying too much to the transit area. Okay, do I go straight down or do I explore to the sides? This is a question. Question to myself. Yes, I would say it does have to do with threats by chance. I know here was... Yeah, this goes down to someplace else. I mean, kinda. I mean, I've been streaming for, I think, a couple of years now. As you can tell, I haven't grown much in terms of audience size. Yeah, there's history between me and the regulars here. And I mean, you're on track to being a regular too, so you'll be part of the lore. If you stick around long enough. It's like, I don't want to explore every inch because I've already been through every inch, but at the same time, I have to, because I can't fully trust my memory on whether or not I can ground pound through the ground in some spots. I gotta do that. Find new areas, but how high? Okay. Look over to the chat when that stalactite came. Here we go. Also wonder what happened to the two old men who were bathing in here before. Yeah, it is a very Metroidvania thing. It's part of why I don't really get to 100% in games. Because it's just, I really don't want to retread old ground with a fine-tooth comb, especially if I've already done it multiple times. Yeah, I do like backtracking. I like backtracking with new abilities, with a new perspective, and that kind of thing. But sometimes you just do it too often, or too... Hold up. Yeah. Is this a new area, or have I been here before? I think I've been here before. This feels familiar. Yeah, can't wall jump that. Yeah, this feels very familiar. Yeah, honestly, I probably did. I just went backwards to an area I've already been. What, these giant worm things? Fair enough. Yeah, there was the Hydra. And the clams. Yeah, when I get to about 95% or so, that's usually where I get stuck. If I'm not particularly keen on being a completion, on finding everything, then that point may come at 80%. My god, they are aggressive. I didn't see the second one. I'm like, oh shit, two directions. Can't swing two directions at once. Unless I do that. I gotta start using that more. I really do. I mean, the spin attack is... I used it a bit when I had it, but, like, I don't have much need for it. It takes too long to charge up. If there's a charm that reduces the charge time, and don't look that up, but if there is a charm that does that, then I'll end up using charge attacks more. Oh, Demon King. That is Ash-like. They're both Ash-like. Just one of them is a lot more memorable and pleasant than the other. I mean, they're the same area, different time period. Oh, hi. What's up with you? I love it when I can bounce like that. Not even jump, just fall down, get the bounce back up to a platform. That's great. I'm thinking there's no more places to dig here. Oh hey, these guys are normal. They're for a week. I should check out the Howling Cliffs then. Okay, so if we assume every inch of the map is filled, then there's only one... I guess it would be along this bottom path I'm currently on, as well as one other room that I could check. And again, it could be little compartments inside of these rooms, which case I won't really know about those until I find them. I'm sure I brought up on stream before, but I'm not sure if I actually want to grow. Like, if I grow, yeah, I could get it more likely that the more people that watch, the more likely someone's going to donate on a regular basis, in which case, the more likely I am to actually make this a full-time job. But also, if you have like 100, 200 people in chat, there's no way I can like engage in an actual conversation like I am right now. Not with that many people, unless I do like exclusive Discord stuff, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Alright, oh, I see you posted in the report already. I mean, the ideal is that someone very affluent, I suppose. Ah, that's right, I don't have enough range to... Right. Forget that, because they still look like the normal enemies. I'm smacking them. Yeah, chat does just become a hive mind. It's like, yes, I would like to make a living off of just playing video games. That would be really nice, but at what cost? The idea would be if, like, someone just starts sinking, like, thousands of dollars each month to me when I only have, like, 3 people watching. Which, I mean, that's highly unlikely, but not technically impossible. I mean, that way I can stay small and make a living. Oh yeah. Like, one way I can get around that is, I think I already have, like, a exclusive voice chat in Discord already, which I haven't used yet, because, like, none of y'all have really played stuff on stream with me. But I set up with the intention of that and a specific role for it, so that way only people with that role, that temporary role, can enter it. That way, yeah, at least over VoIP on stream we can have conversations, but that falls more so in the co-host thing than the small stream chat room we have now. It's not even 2 words anymore. Just drop the MR. Alright, so I think it's here. Oh, wait a minute. Man, Oh. Also, I don't even need upgrades for this. Remember coming here way early on and thinking, oh, again, upgrade lets us, like, traverse spikes. No, we had it from the beginning. You just need to cut down. Oh, yeah. I think it was we tried to play Hyper Light Drifter. Because that's... Yeah, it was Hyper Light Drifter, but that's local co-op only, and not online co-op, so I had to stream Hyper Light Drifter to him, as well as stream it to the stream servers, you guys, and my upload connection is just not good enough for that. I mean, if he hosted, and therefore he streamed to me, and then I streamed to you guys, that could work, but he's not comfortable with being in the spotlight. I have to say, there is, or I guess was, some slight nervousness for me about being center of attention or public speaking, but then I'm like, the fuck do I have to be afraid of? And I'm not really... maybe a bit nervous of, like, you know, I don't really get the ability to say redo if I flub my words as much, but... just fucking talk, man. Okay, that's pretty much all the places I can think of, so unless there's like a hidden compartment somewhere. Or maybe... yes. I've said this before, and it's going to be many... Okay, hello. Goodbye. Get away from the explosion. Grab that thing. Okay. Maybe now it's calm enough for me to do a talky talk. I mentioned it before, and it's going to be many years out now. Years later than I'd like it to be, just because I have difficulty getting a job and therefore an income. But Concast is the primary reason I plan to move to Finland and just live there as a full citizenship. Maybe abandon my US citizenship, not so sure right now. In the past I was certain I'd renounce it, but... I mean, the winds of change are coming to the US. I don't know if it's going to be for better or worse, but because of that iffiness, I think I may put up with taxation without representation for a little bit. That guy seems new. Oh, now I remember. Let's see. Okay, so there's something a little I need to mention is the face on these things. Gosh, how do... We have a journal entry for him, don't we? I will say when it comes to public speaking, silence is better than doing an or because people aren't really going to remember the silence. It's extortionist rates for like you're paying like $125 a month for 125 megabits download speed and 5 megabits upload speed or something like that. And it's frequently not even as advertised because they end up throttling you for no stated reason, just to save their own bandwidth. And they've worked with other internet ISPs, internet service providers, to create regional monopolies. So you don't really have a choice other than that company in your area, even though technically on a national level you can pick an internet service provider, but in order to pick a different one, you have to buy a new house. Meanwhile, in Europe, you can, for like $7 a month, you can get like 1 gigabit download and upload speed, as opposed to 125 for like a fifth of that. It's just way better. Like, Europe's just way better at guaranteeing you'll actually have a life and privileges. Or they believe in the right to be alive, I suppose. Right, but the Husk Guards. So, ever since I first saw them, I interpreted the head as like with the Sonic head, where we have one giant white with 2 pupils on it, and not that they were not that the 2 black parts were actual like eye holes or eye sockets, and the white being the lower part of the face. No, I thought that was just like one big eyeball with 2 pupils, like with a Sonic character. And not until seeing this guy hunched over did I actually realize, oh, that's not what it is. Yeah, I think Finland actually guarantees internet as a human right now. I remember reading an article about that, but I'm not sure if they're the only country that does it, that's done it so far. I mean, America is still a superpower, and it's going to remain a superpower. Wait a minute. For a long time to come? Maybe not necessarily because it's exerting its influence over the world. It's actually starting to cut back on its influence, but it's just... We have Mexico to the south and Canada to the north. There's like no one to really like oppose us externally. You'd have to cross oceans. So we kind of just get to do what we want here, or the government does. Here's the thing. I remember going here and thinking, oh, I need Super Dash for that, or the equivalent of it. And now I'm seeing the end. And I don't really... Oh, I need Monarch Wings. Unless I did a very precise wall jump there. What was up here? Is this... Again, this feels very familiar. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is very familiar. Yep. This is the Aspid Birthing Grounds. But yeah. That terrible situation with the ISPs in the US extends to a number of other things, most notably healthcare. But really extends to just about every industry. If there's any kind of a big enough player, they end up lobbying Congress to just make the... Not just Congress, but any kind of local legislature. make sure that there isn't any competition. There's so much red tape, competition cannot set up. Yeah, that's also the case too. China's rising, but they're also falling apart at the same time. I know the news tries to spin them as the next big threat, and yeah, their influence is growing, but they're very... Their government likes to control things through fear and anger, and that tends not to last that long. Like, their grip's too tight, I guess I should say, on their own populace, which will allow them to rise quickly in the short term, but it's going to cause their downfall in the long term. In fact, already they're facing water shortages because... gosh, there are some videos I watched that, of course, do a much longer, more in-depth analysis of this, and I'm trying to give a very short Cliff Notes version. It's not quite working out well. But I will endeavor to not give you too simple of a picture. So, like with Japan before World War II, they kind of view their head of government as like the God Emperor, or something equivalent to it. Oh, hello, soul. Guess I'll finish my talking point before smacking with a dream now. And so, because of that, they basically want to show their supremacy over everything. And China also has historically... Yeah, well, that's one way to put as how to think of it. And historically, China has had a lot of flooding. So, they wanted to show their supremacy to Mother Nature. So they ended up damming a lot of rivers to prevent all the flooding. I'm like, yay, no flooding. But now they're seeing the ramifications of that. The fact that there's now a water shortage. Yeah, all the wetlands are in the south. There's no water in the northern part of China. And so they have to import it, which makes it, of course, a lot more expensive. Among other self-caused bubbles. But, like, they could have seen this coming. But because they wanted to maintain their supremacy over Mother Nature, they just would not back down from the mistake they made. And just keep damming rivers. Because they won't hurt our people. And in the end, they just hurt themselves. And a similar philosophy with other things are going to lead to China's own decline. I'm not sure. The people that I've watched explaining this do not think China will get to the same level of power as the US, but they will be second place to the US. Is it a surprised Pikachu face? Because I made a surprised Pikachu face. And if I find those... I watched those videos weeks ago. You know how many videos you can watch on YouTube in a day. It'll be hard to find it in my history. But if I do come across them again, I'll put them in for report. Yeah. But the thing is, though, the US... Hold up. What's this area? Oh, hi. Failed champion. Excusez-moi. I have to... I wasn't expecting this. I am not prepared. Oh, I'm almost dead. That's a dream. Yep, there we go. Arguably the most ethical of the superpowers would have been the... From what I do know, early Soviet Russia. Just because they were trying to create a society that was where everyone had the resources they needed to survive. It's just they ran into two major problems. One, they did not have the resources where they lived to maintain that type of society for a while. And the second is that as soon as their first leader died, the second one came in and became a complete authoritarian. And that's the Soviet Russia we know today. What else do I have to say on this? Well, Europe's unlikely to be a big superpower, though. In fact, yeah, they're just going to keep waning. I'm not sure if Europe will ever rise to power. It's just... the European Union has kind of weakened them because they have too strong of an identity, each country does, to like unify and become one national power. And because of that, they're all just dragging each other down. Yeah, it used to be. Now it's a bit of a laughingstock. Well, thanks to Brexit. Just have some brunch while you exit. That's all it is. Alright, I think that was the point I was going to make at some point before I think the night came in. Which was the fact that over the next few years, both Democratic and Republican parties are showing a tendency towards isolationism. I don't think any of them are like outright calling us for us to isolate from the world, but that's the kind of policies we're pursuing now. We're putting like, you know, America first, as a Trump slogan went, because at this point, I mean, yes, I know it was a Republican thing, but still, both parties are starting to kind of acknowledge the fact that America's pretty fucked up right now, and we should focus on fixing that, which is going to lead to us withdrawing from the world stage to a... honestly, not sure to what degree. It could be to a minor degree, it could be to a significant degree. Kind of depends. We'll have to see. But we are going to end up withdrawing from the world stage to some degree in the near future. And China will do its best to fill in that power vacuum, but it won't fill up all of it. We won't leave the world stage completely, because we're definitely going to defend Europe. We're going to defend any allies who have any actual value to us, instead of just allies on paper. Not sure what Gang is. So yeah, because of that stuff I've recently learned, I'm not a bit more on the fence now about renouncing my US citizenship once I get another citizenship. Because if America does manage to pull its act together, or if it becomes completely isolated and the rest of the world goes to shit, then it'd be nice to be able to get back in, because I do know that even now, it's like ridiculously hard to get into the US as a non-citizen. Because especially the Republican Party has implemented so many hurdles and blocks and milestones and whatever other tricks and bullshittery they can to make it insanely hard to be a legal resident of this country. So being just a U.S. citizenship means I can just kind of enter and leave as long as I got a passport or something. It's a lot easier. The downside is that the U.S. is the only country in the world that taxes you for existing. Every other country will incorporate a tax into like sales tax or whatever. Like if you buy or sell something in our country, then you pay our tax. The U.S. is like, no, you exist. You owe us money. Ah, okay. Yeah. And that ideology can work, but you need to live in a land of abundance. Like, you need to have the technology and the society be self-sufficient, because today we have technology, we just don't have the society. We don't want to fix the problems. I know you and I may want to fix the problems, but, like, as a whole, the people with the power don't care about people enough to fix the problems. Alright, I'll look at that. Yeah, I know I can have dual citizenship. Finland is the place I'm looking to move to, and that also allows dual citizenship. The other place I was looking into was Norway, which does not allow dual citizenship, so Finland. Yeah, you just haven't mentioned Finland. Well, I also mentioned Finland. Yeah, Finland's the place I'm looking to move to when I have the money. Okay, because I know Zap's not on here. I'll open this in the browser. There. That's the image. Yeah, that's basically China. Yeah, I'm really... The further I get into life, the less I'm sure of exactly when I'll actually do the move to Finland. Because it'll be easy enough to pay off my student debts, because I got some scholarships and some federal aid, so my student debt is like really low. Like half a year's worth of a 9 to 5 job is enough to fully pay off all my debts. But also, like, my family is really poor, and they're barely making ends meet with the money they can still make. So while sure, I could save up like 10K and move out to Finland and live there, but that also kind of leaves my parents in squalor. And I don't think I'd really be that okay with that. So, it's like, how much do I help them versus how soon do I want to get out of this country once I have the ability to? Like, I definitely want to be sure to pay off all their back bills. Like, once I have the money, I want to be sure that they're caught up on their payments. They don't owe anybody anything either. At least reasonably debt free. Not sure if I'd pay off their mortgage for them, but you know, any kind of back bills on utilities, I'd be sure to pay off. But trying to support a full family on your own paycheck is definitely going to be very expensive, though. So it really is a push-pull, like how much do I prioritize myself versus how much do I prioritize my parents? Because you know my parents are going to set would rather I prioritize myself, and and that has given them a debt of gratitude from me, and I'd like to repay that somehow. Anywho, back in Dream World. I mean, this is what you get on this stream. You get talking about the game, you get awkward silence, and you get occasional very serious real-world talk. I'm gonna follow the path this time. Is this like different boss or what? Uh-huh. Feels like all those platforms are just red herrings. I'm gonna have to... Yeah, it's like phase 2 already. Alright. Okay, good. Just a... Alright, despite how high the shockwave looks, I only need to do one jump to dodge it. I don't need to double jump. That's good. It'll increase my reaction time to it. Oh yeah, in America it's very hard to. In fact, in America it's very hard to get any job at all, really. Ah. Okay. That was a very fast death. Yeah, there's some internships you can do in college, but they really don't, honestly, they don't really go over the job hunting or just getting a job aspect at all in the education. It's there, they have resources there, but they leave it out to the side, they don't call attention to them. But it's there if you want to pursue it. So, of course, I just did not pursue it, so I never really had an internship. And, like, the companies in America just expect you to basically take intern pay for, like, full-time experienced worker. Like, they expect you to come in there with years of experience, but still pay you as an intern. It just... Well, that's the job posting sites. If you try to... What I've recently learned is that, and I just kept facepalming over, like, how the fuck has nobody brought this up before? Or why has nobody told me? Is I should just, like, Google local companies, because they're too small to think about doing job postings, and they may not even have any open positions, but if I just email them and say, hey, I'm looking for a job, here's my credentials, they may just make a job for me. There. Like, why the fuck did nobody tell me that? Anywho, that's where I'm at right now, is looking up small companies nearby, as well as working on some side projects to put on my resume, which is what I'll be doing tomorrow. Working on one of them. Because it has been a while since I used some languages that I learned. Programming languages. I took a computer science degree. It's been a while since I used languages other than like C++, so... Oh, okay. Okay, dude, can you, like, not... It's like having to watch... Yeah, this is a botch, too. Okay. Exactly. It's especially the case in America. Or rather, especially the case on job sites in America, anyways. Like, it's kind of easier to make your own company than find a job, isn't it? Related to that, if you guys have any software companies you know that could use a junior programmer or intern, then especially remote, because then you don't have to worry about location. Yeah, that would be helpful. Okay, so he has like 3 things to look out for. Yeah. Ah. Okay, could you not, please? Ah, the rock on the ceiling. Yeah. Yeah, it's making connections. Exactly. Like, the statistics vary a good bit, but it's anywhere from like 50% to like 80% of all jobs are gotten through referrals and not through like applying online via job posting. And up till now, I've just been doing the whole job posting thing, because I may not give the impression right now, but I am an introvert. Like, outside of these streams, I don't really socialize. So, I have to start making that network. Getting in contact with old friends and professors. Yeah, that's what emailing small companies is like, because they're too small to really get a flood of applicants, so they're not going to automate the system. You're actually going to get a person looking at it. So, much more likely to actually, like, get something out of it. Also, since I know this is your second stream, I'll say this, like, 2 years ago when I started streaming, I was depressed, like, really depressed. And this stream has helped me a lot. Just, fills the social need. focus. Ah, okay. Yeah, this helped me a lot. So basically, there's like a big ass blank period in my life on my resume between like when I came out of college and now, which part of it I can actually the majority of it I can write away due to like, oh, it's because it was COVID, so I couldn't get a job. But you gotta like get more recent stuff on my resume. Yeah, yeah, I've gotten a few teaching offers, I think, on the job sites from recruiters, and it's all like, yeah, it's low pay, but also just like, here, let's move you to like 8 states away from where you live, because we need teachers. Education is really underfunded in the U.S. At least public education is. Education that's actually like worth it. With private education, which just doesn't make sense, it's usually a worse time for you long term. Like, the ceiling of how you can advance in the US is like way higher than other countries, but the floor is also that much lower. It's a wild ride, I suppose. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, that is a fair point. Although a lot of the jobs that I do get actual interviews for, they ultimately say we need you to like relocate to some other state if you want to work for us, and I just can't relocate right now. So gotta find places local, basically, local or remote. Only two ways I can go. In fact, the coding streams actually were a way to kind of get me to force me to play to take some time out of my day to actually do some coding. Hopefully light a spark in me again for it. I can enjoy coding. Once I actually get into like a point where I know what I can do, I know what tools I need, and I can get to testing, that's when it gets really engaging. I feel like I should change out my charms for this. Ah. Okay. Alright, so I relearned when I need to attack him. Now it's just a matter of dodging the ceiling rocks. Wait, wait. there's sign. It's like a long signpost there, but I don't. Is that way actually fully blocked off, or should be able to go to the left somewhere, unless I'm misreading the map. Yeah, it seems like that way's actually blocked now. By these pustules. Yeah, the way's blocked. Okay. It's gonna be a bit rough. What do I want? No time to really heal. I mean, it would be nice, but no time to. Oh, right, Shaman Stone. Whenever I'm in trouble, Shaman Stone. Also, well, I did get a comp sci degree and am looking for just general software type of job. I'm also, as you can guess since I play so many video games, very interested in game design. Although I haven't made a game myself yet, which is something I need to work on. One of the things that's kind of held me up with analysis paralysis, as they call it. Because it's like, do I do programs? Or do I spend like a few months to code a big mod, or do I spend a few months or weeks to code a game, and like I'm not sure which, because all three would be helpful, and I just end up kind of doing nothing in the meantime because of that. Because I have an idea of what kind of game I want to make, but I don't know the tools at all, so I'm not sure how to make it. That makes it a little frustrating in the learning process. Unlike with, say, modding Oblivion, where it's like, I didn't fully know what I wanted to make. Nor do I really know how to do it. So I'm just like, I have a general concept, let's do what I can, and then I got extra features as I improved. Alright. Retake! Oh, I was gonna heal him. I don't have any soul. Okay, that's the wash. I mean, hey, I got past phase 1, but oh boy. Oh, and I have no soul this time. Ah! I mean, I don't lose Geo, because we're not actually dying, but I do lose all my mana. And that's the first time I have just called it mana without thinking, because I had to explain it as mana to people who don't know this game. Ah, that's the wrong way to dodge. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, fair point. Yeah, I don't really do hobby projects either. If it comes to, like, say, modding, or, like, you know, game-related stuff, yeah, I can do that of my own volition, out of my own passion, but... Oh. It's just genuine software stuff. Yeah, not really. It's also really hot for some reason. Like, very sweaty hot in here. Oh, you left. Okay, you missed a lot of conversation then. Good thing that YouTube DVR exists, if you care about it. And it's probably another botch. Yep, another botch. Not having soul to start with, it really does hurt me here. That's for sure. Exactly. Wait a minute. I just realized, since I attack him so infrequently, I could just store up a Great Slash. Alright, mate. Go there. Alright, that's almost a full soul vessel. Good enough. But yeah, that DVR does allow... creates a buffer, so Alyssa doesn't actually... I mean, she may not necessarily be up to date if she doesn't keep skipping forwards, but she can actually watch, unlike on Twitch or DLive, which don't have it. I mean, that is also a thing. I know comp sci is like the new hot major. Like, when I was in school, it was just the new major. The new thing. But now it's, yeah, it's definitely getting saturated. Ah, miss. Eh. Yep, I'm dead. Yeah, so when he jumps, I need to dodge forwards underneath him, like you would in Dark Souls, and then otherwise I need to keep my distance so I can jump over the shockwaves. But I also need to watch out for the falling rocks, and, like, one of them gets me. Or, like, electrician or plumber, because there's been, like, a societal devaluation on those. Like, we're putting a lot of emphasis on, like, oh yeah, go do a smart person's job, and as such there's, like, less handymen around. You can probably easily get, like, a 40k job or something that's not too demanding if you just go for, like, you know, mechanical work. Let's not talk about much. And yeah, just look for, like, a mentorship or an apprenticeship if you can find any carpenting companies nearby. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to comp sci jobs, what I've read is that getting a job, degree doesn't matter. It's about whether or not you can actually, like, demonstrate the fact that you can program. But the degree does affect how high of a position you can get. Yeah. that's just on me. Okay. Let's get into a bit of a good spot there. Just trying to find a sweet spot to stay where I can reliably dodge. But I was not getting much soul at all. Any. Did I get any soul on hit for that guy? Or is it only when I smack the maggot inside? Yep, I get no soul for smacking the armor. That explains why it's so hard. I had a better idea of what charms I need. Although I also don't know what the salary is for a carpenter, but it might not be that bad. I mean, construction worker probably pays poorly for backbreaking work, that's kind of well known, but he's a carpenter, like an expert carpenter. Maybe that pays well. Okay. Okay. I mean, that still is a decent salary. But yeah, you can definitely go higher in other professions. Oh, it's like 80k per job, then... Yeah, that may be better than it sounds like. Ew. Man, I guess I could use Defender's Crest. What I'll do is, I'll use a bit of a crutch, unfortunately. Increased iframes. And Sprint Master. Alright, so now I should have the longest nail possible, I think. Yes, this is the longest nail possible. Actually, what about Grub Song? Should I replace Grub Song? Now. Oh yeah, I do have a couple of enemy entries to read now. I wonder, do I get healed entering the dream world, or do I have to heal myself properly? Oh, I'm healed. Alright, cool. Alright, let's read those entries in. Journal. Where would they be in the list? Oh yes, the Fierce Vengeful. Infection that passes from creature to creature grants strength and courage, but also seems to enslave the will. Would you make such a bargain? Lungs of a honest were twisted out of shape by that ancient sickness. First they fell into deep slumber, and they awoke with broken minds, and their bodies started to deform. The infection that swept through all limits so long ago. They say the harder you struggled against it, the more it consumed you. That seems to be it. Alright. Yeah, that's right. What? Dash there. Ah, okay. Thing is, I'd bounce, but he jumps, so he'd jump into me, and that'd be bad. Oh. God, it takes 2 hits though when he bounces. Oh boy. Oh no. Okay, that was a bad idea. Maybe a half hour? I remember it's coming back from the initial fight, but the initial fight was also not this hard. Yeah. Maybe I'm fatiguing at this point. Maybe I've got the wrong charm composition. can't say if I'm making full use of my range, though, because I don't really know my full range. Ah. Wrong direction to dodge. Yeah, I mean, that's generally how to go. You want to try and smack them in between attacks. It's just me reacting to whether it's a jump or a standing or a shockwave requires two different different ways to dodge. And I don't always interpret correctly. Plus, there's the rocks from the ceiling. Oh, the rocks are admittedly less of a concern. It feels more like RNG with that. Yeah. Alright, I think this time I'll try not to be greedy, because I know I'm going to hit twice in between these attacks with some safety, but not guaranteed safety. Be a lot slower, but I'll just try one hit at a time. I cannot read that, unless you're trying to... Yeah, I can't read that. But hi? It's dash in front to jump. Okay. Alright. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, I'm down. Okay. Well, hi. I live in the east coast of the US. I mean, I was taught a smidge of Spanish, which I don't remember, and a bit of Latin, which I kind of remember. And other than that, I don't know other languages. Welcome regardless. Fancy meeting you here. I'm gonna swap out some charms again. I'm guessing you're European, then. In America, you only really encounter English and maybe Spanish. So you really don't feel a need to learn other languages besides English. They try to teach you a language in school, but they don't do a good job of getting you to retain info. Oh. Okay. Now back to Soul Catcher, I'd say. Yeah, I'll drop the extra attack range and instead go for... yeah, that should work. Yeah. With Alyssa. Latin I learned because it seemed fun. It was a fun class, the 6 years I took it. But yeah, you don't speak Latin, and you hardly ever read Latin, either. Encountering someone who doesn't speak English in your daily life in America is very rare. Yeah, you can live near people who speak other languages, and then you speak those other languages, in which case you get familiar with them, but that's a minority of the US, I'd say. If you mean the anime, I did watch it a bit a while ago, however many years ago that was. Otherwise, you may have misinterpreted something. Yeah, Assassin's Classroom was actually a fun anime. It's been a while since I watched it. Memory's a little fuzzy. I do, yeah. Although there's also another way to spell that with a U instead of a W. And one of them's Korean, one of them's Chinese. Forget which one's which. Okay. Yeah, I personally read some manhwa. Because I use manga decks. How? Ah, that's not good. Oh, oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, time to get more soul. Again, is this charm choice good? Yeah, I'll take it as good. Good enough. Getting there. You know, actually, do they respawn just one tile away? Not really. Green I mean, if you mean like an actual fruit green mango, maybe? But if you mean something else, no. No, I haven't. close, though. Yeah, I'm getting better. Gets faster in the second stage. And gets a new move. The only one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've played Dark Souls. I played Demon Souls. I played Dark Souls. I played Dark Souls 2. I played Dark Souls 3. Not Bloodborne. Yeah, if you dig through like my stream backlogs, I did play a modded Dark Souls 3 for a while. I also played Dark Souls 2 as well on stream. Before I streamed, though, I played through Demon Souls like to NG plus 3. I played through Dark Souls to NG plus 10. I played through Dark Souls 2 to I think NG plus 3 or NG plus 2. Dark Souls 2 is a very big game. I didn't go through that 100% so many times. Dark Souls 3 I played to like NG plus 7. I didn't like it as much as 2 though. Oh, the original Demon Souls. Demon Souls was the whole reason I got a PlayStation 3. Like Metroid Zero Mission? Dude, good luck with that. That was a fun game in my childhood. I don't remember how hard it is though. You have a fun time. Yeah, in an earlier streams app, we were discussing Metroidvanias, because this is a Metroidvania, and Schmidt hasn't really played many. I recommended to him some Metroid games, because that's half the title. I have not played Blasphemous, but I think it's on my Steam wish list. I mean, which means I won't be playing it for a long time to come unless one of you happens to donate. Gotta make sure my donate methods actually work, too. There's a lot of unfortunate hits. Stream is helping me get through my backlog of games. Otherwise, I just keep playing the same game for month after month after month. Okay, seriously, dude? Yeah, easy to navigate is generally a plus. That usually means they've made their runes unique enough that you remember them. Wrong way to dodge. Ah, too late. I didn't have Minecraft until Nerva bought it for me, and I think I can like Minecraft, at least as far as being an explorer goes, but yeah. As I've said, I'm highly susceptible to lifestyle games like Warframe, or For Honor, or ESO, or any kind of MMO-like thing. I acknowledge that, but it's still a hard addiction to break once formed. Actually, not a whole lot of groundbreaking today. Didn't even get to a second area. Yeah, I just started base tanking there. That was my bad. I primarily focus on discovery-based games. You know, stuff where you explore things, but also games where master systems is a thing, too. Yeah, more so the latter. I don't really have much of an idea of what I want to build. rocks are just being very evil right now. I'm not sure if I'm creative or not anymore. Gotta be honest, 'cause I used to play a lot with Legos, and I knew exactly what I wanted to make. But not so much anymore, and I'm not sure what that's about. Not sure if it's still in me, or if it's left me along with my childhood. I don't know. However, I do now see I can actually try to bat the rocks at him, since they bounce away instead of getting destroyed. That might help. Nope, this one's not gonna do well. Yep. That's a fair point. I tend to think of the brain as a muscle you can train as well. So yeah, that belief does fall in line with my own. Like 10 minutes left, and I've been fighting this boss for nearly an hour. Well, attempting. I end up focusing on mastering a game, so I can see where you come from. Is this really? Ah, different ordering, but that is here. This is my usual. Oh, there's a lot of places in the green path to check, aren't there? Well, I could try Howling Cliffs, I guess. Or Volcano. I'll check out Howling Cliffs. I just don't want to bother searching all over Green Path right now. I mean, that's a similar, sounds like a similar process to what I do. But yeah, I aim for exploration, and that ultimately leads to some degree of mastery. Because exploring isn't just explore the locales, it's also explore all the systems, explore all the interactions, that kind of thing. Yeah, it does seem like Celeste would be a game I'd enjoy playing. But again, no money. No money, no game. No money, no life. Okay. Where are you? What are you? Are we, corpse of a large bug. It's red. Hmm. Ah. Ah. What did I just do? What just happened? What is anything anymore? Yeah, that's always great to see in games. XLS does a really good job of teaching you the systems. Oh, true. That's right as well. It could also be a DLC, because, I mean, all the DLC is included just for free in the base game, which is awesome of the devs. Something you don't see in AAA anymore. Also, like, what am I... Oh yeah. Essence. Yeah, I think I'm like 200 short of what essence I need. Or 103? Dude, spoilers. But also, I guess thank you, because then I don't have to wonder as much. But seriously, spoilers. Again, I don't know how to access the Grim Troop DLC, or even that that was the name of a DLC, but seriously. Eh. Okay, Barlin. Oh, well, yeah, it's one of those minor spoiler things. Yeah, because revealing info on that level falls into this, I guess, gray area for spoilership, because, like, I'm not really getting much spoiled, but it's like the knowledge that something exists, and that in of itself could be considered a spoiler. Cart and oh boy. Because now I won't get to say, oh, what's this cart doing here? And find out what it does on my own. Oh, now I know what it does. That would be a spoiler. If it robs me of discovering something for myself, then it is a spoiler. Sorry, there's an insect on the desk in front of me. Wobbling kinda weird. Alright, Berlin. You have a good day too. Didn't even give that therapist a search for stuff. Sorry for breaking ground. Oh. Oh, that's, look at that. Something strange and sinister suddenly appeared. Ugh, it fills me with dread. I think at best I try to ignore it. I was looking for things to ground pound into. But that has, not panned out so far.
Papa nada.
And it's 22:33, but I suppose I know what we're doing next time. On Sunday. So thank you for watching. Once again, have a good night. We'll investigate this circus on Sunday. And I think I'll just look around for ground poundable ground on my own. That'd save a lot of time. Yes, bye and good night.